following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Jet.
PHTFE1, formerly PBTFE13, Power Neutralization Transform Emotional, Name Jennifer Jenkins, Jennifer, Race, Mutant, Caucasian American, age 17, May 1st, 1997. Enter. The student from a local high school for poor people. Excellent student while...
Does it actually stay for poor people?
Yes.
Oh,
Student from local high school for poor people. Excellent student whilst human. When mutants were discovered, lost family, lost friends, became isolated and self-hating loner. An offer was made at DMV always seeks administrative and investigative personnel. Had to be recommended for remainder upon the discovery of her power, as a dangerous keter deletion was recommended, but was unable to be performed. When emotionally unstable or endangered, becomes an evolving tetrabeast of immense power, possessing a splintered persona, subject believes to be a separate being. Exhibits a new ability to neutralize mutant powers, has had a marked improvement in non-trigger events since copulating with human male Alexander Hamilton Purcell. This human male may be used as leverage on her should it become other-formed. Special containment protocol...
It's the politically correct way of addressing it.
Special containment protocol is impossible. PNTFE1 cannot be contained by any method yet discovered. Preemptive gassing may be required. As such, PNTFE1's quarters should be fitted with a gas injector nozzles and flash gamma radiation emitters. Summary: handle with extreme care. Delete when methodology is settled on. Update 04/01/2013. It has had difficulty adapting to mutant life. Strong self-loathing and hatred of mutancy remains. Emotional state seldom remains high for long periods. It attempted suicide twice. Both attempts were prevented by the manifest creature form it becomes. Can be calmed by the introduction of a non-mutant partner per cell, Alexander Hamilton. Couple engaged in sexual relations during supervised visit. Relationship between mutant and human should be ended. It has developed a proficiency with firearms, particularly long rifles, and a fondness for them bordering on obsession. This, and by throwing itself into investigative roles, is an attempt to distract itself from mutancy. It is desperate to be cured and will do anything to forget its affliction. It has developed the ability to disable mutant abilities for a short while by touch, making it useful. As such, a utilization methodology must be revised. The emergent form has also developed, expanding in size and shape, becoming more defined and detailed. This is troubling. It seems to have an independent persona. Summary: handle with extreme care. Delete when methodology is settled on. Deletion vector discovery is important and urgent. Next letter. A special reprimand is entered. Blah blah blah. Time travel. Keter manifestation in the past correlates with protected archives and indicates predestination. Redacted. Cleared thereby of being commissioned as a result of temporal malfeasance. A suspended 5-year sentence is issued. Alright,
Roxanne, whose life are you going to destroy next?
Derek's already done that.
Bazikowski.
Mr. Fury.
Well. All the secrets I want are finally in my hand.
Yeah.
She gloats in character. That happens.
I already see something.
Yeah.
It's like confirmation. EMAOE 211. Elemental manipulation area of effect. Name Fury. Thomas Theron. Name Fury, Tom Jr. Race mutant / Caucasian American. Age 65.
It's very interesting they didn't.
Nah, you don't know
It's
that.
interesting they didn't separate out and exclude the Atlantean thing.
And then in brackets 17 lived unfrozen. August 13th, 1947.
August
Keter.
14th. Note it down, kids. You want a birthday card or something ready for.
Well, yeah, we're gonna. It'll be his 70th birthday in a few years. Keter. An arrogant teen bursts into pyroclastic fire when angry. Has trouble with control. Psychological profiling indicates it is actually afraid of its own powers and of appearing foolish. Deeply attracted to Harmony Hecka Oceania and is forced to deal with it. Hides fear with bluster. Father was a war hero who crashed near an Atlantean fishing expedition during the Second World War and rescued. Reportedly fell in love with an Atlantean woman, Analria, and brought the Atlanteans into the war on our side. Later engaged in Atlantean wedding and lived for a time on Stratos. EMAOE 211 reportedly has a sister, Claudia Analria Fury. EMAOE 211 rebelled in its youth and manifested whilst engaging in hot rodding. Its powers were beyond control and it was frozen so it would not kill anymore. Recently it was unfrozen as mutant understanding is at a higher level now. Special containment protocol. Halon 1101 injector nozzles have been installed in
Fire Chief!
Fire Chief!
A water elemental has also been installed. Yeah, stop that. Update. Despite improved control, absolute control seems beyond reach. Recommended termination or refreezing. Summary. We do not need a Keter burning everything down every time a situation kicks off. Freeze it or delete it.
Oh god, they've had to rebuild that danger room so many times.
That wasn't my fault, but okay.
And those
That one
danger
was.
men so many times. Update. That's another 2nd of April 2013. EMAOE 211 is in confirmed pre-sexual relationship with Atlantean girl. No protocol exists prohibiting this. Feels immoral anyway. Punish it? Official reclassification request to Euclid denied. Control is not guaranteed. Show the photographs of Culture City to remind it why. Located in the cities destroyed by mutants file. There you go, Elvin. Class work has finally begun improving thanks to supportive team. Social development is beginning. The evaluation team has revised their official classification from put it back in the freezer to maybe put it back in the freezer. Engages in street racing when it can. The collection of vehicles will be called fine as storage is not free. There you go, you saved Tom some money. Several potentially homosexual tendencies discovered, particularly artistic talents. I'm guessing that's supposed to be painting instead of painting. Sculpting and such.
He can do both. This is a heavy little murder!
Summary, we do not need a Keter burning everything down every time a situation kicks off. Freeze it or delete it. So, despite their reclassification,
Maybe.
they've still got the same conclusion.
Maybe!
You don't change the first page, you just keep adding addendums later.
A special reprimand is entered for EMAO. Oh, this is on... Actually, this doesn't have a date.
Few of the reprimands do.
EMAOE 211, Fury Thomas. The cadet has been engaged in flagrant defiance of the restrictions on passage to and from the facility, endangering the secrecy and function of the facility. 2-week confinement is issued. The cadet continues to badger and threaten others, causing fear and loss of focus on study. This has caused refusal of other students to work with the cadet. Loss of all privileges for 2 weeks. I would have just been 3 days would have been enough. They call me the monster. 2 weeks.
Continues her pattern of blissful unawareness.
Flex. And Flex.
We just call her better than Derek.
Hey. And she knows it.
She's not a mime, so that's fine.
PBSA 4198. Physical based. Statistic augment. Name Somerset and Titanium. Race Mutant Caucasian American. Age 19. April 20th, 1994. Euclid. PBSA 4198 grew up in an unstable home. Left and joined biker gang at 15. Arrested 14 times for minor crimes. Resisting arrest, jailbreak, vandalism, and finally turned herself in for murder with mutant powers. Prior to turning itself in, joined a professional wrestling promotion under the ring name of Titanium and was released shortly afterwards. Psychological examination reveals deep-seated grief and remorse, so a provisional position was approved. Mutant power functions based on intimate knowledge of metals and alloys. If subject understands the material well enough, it can alter the composition of its skin to take on the properties of that material, albeit a flexible simulacrum. Physical strength also increases based on the durability of the material. Special containment protocol: a 2x2 room with elasticized 4-point restraints. Strobe lights and high-frequency pulse generator will keep it helpless for incarceration periods. Summary: if it can learn enough metals to be useful, along with other needed skills, criminal record can be expunged in exchange for service. If not, Tora Harad. Right.
See, you're not the only delinquent piece of shit.
Same letterhead, updated 04/02/2013. It has stalled in training with osmesium. Still unable to convert the metal for more than a few seconds and only able to convert a small area of the skin. Initial suspicions of the gaze proved false. Definite heterosexual tendencies revealed. Had a brief infatuation with KM3 but proved incompatible. Has taken up a cover identity as a professional wrestler. A former occupation. This will prove useful and a good excuse to travel. Had developed insecurities based on appearance and professionalism and profession, presuming others think it believes itself to be a beautiful model. This is based on the perception of female wrestlers as beautiful women with little wrestling talent. Tried to conceal this aspect of itself from the others. Responsibility and dedication rates have improved markedly, and application to difficult studies have improved. Classwork continues to fall below expected improved rates. If it does not begin to seek requirements before next secret evaluation, it should be removed from the program. Summary: if it can learn enough metals to be useful along with other needed skills, criminal record can be expunged in exchange for services. If not, Tora Harad. If classwork does not meet requirements before next evaluation, Tora Harad. Time travel, same.
Unless I fucked up, the time travel reprimand should be the last entry in
each folder. Well, for the 8 of us, whatever we're there.
We've got dicks. In a AOE 45, mind-affecting area of effect. Name, Midnight, Dexter. Race, mutant, Caucasian. Age, 18, November 20th, 1995. Euclid. Interesting.
Carry on. What are you doing?
Somebody's waking with a night terror.
Yes.
Somebody's paying attention. Telepath capable of reading surface thoughts, altering senses and perceptions, mental networking and reducing mental deterioration. Capable of neutralizing waking thought. Alpha wave sublimation. Male, enjoys RPGs and video games. Likes NPCs better than people because he can't read them. Son of rock superstar Peter Perfect Midnight. Has intense emotional and physical attraction to SM5, concealed due to consideration for SM5's past and sensibilities. Cares more than it lets on. shares a part of its mind with its twin sister. This can cause issues if one is disabled. The other experiences a period of mental retardation, which fades with time. Well, that's good to know.
We
so
call it mental differently ablation now.
It's good to know that they'll eventually get over that if that doesn't happen.
Well, they've got 3 days either way.
Special containment protocols, flashing strobe lights and alarm sounds. Oh, please. He plays at rock venues. That ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, I hate to tell them.
My weakness.
Yeah, this, like, I mean, if you ever bring this up, you're just going to get it. You know, I pretend it works. It makes me feel better. Also, that way I can get out of it.
Summary: dangerous to DMV long-term objectives unless it can be indoctrinated into common goal set. This update is in the 3rd of April, so the day
It's
after.
almost like
everyone else.
updating files takes time.
Powers update. Can read surface thoughts. Ability to screen these out has improved. Can inject thoughts and images into others' heads and alter perceptions. DMV mind shielding is moderately effective against this. Can forcefully read minds. Is capable of mind linking and acting as a tactical communicator. Can share one perspective and senses with another at range. Is mind linked with its sister, RAPHY45. Past work is suffering lately due to emotional turmoil in relationship with SM5. It is aware of SM5's past trauma and intellectually understands SM5's pushing him away. However, emotionally suffers. Its grades have not dropped enough to warrant expulsion or warning yet, so no action is needed. It started a band among the students, but other than music seems to have no other interests. Was recently loaned to MI5 for a joint operation. Summary: dangerous to VMV along long-term objectives unless it can be indoctrinated into common goal set. And that's it.
Harm.
Very well. Don't worry, we're halfway there.
Name. Oceania Harmony.
What was that?
Must have been
I
free.
mean, it was funny, but... the old biddies cover their heads.
Name Oceania Harmony. Name H2O. Race Atlantean/Caucasian American. Age 19 ? Question mark also in brackets. An exile from her people for lesbian tendencies, now in a safe position with the DMV, has good knowledge and learning potentials, has grown out of lesbian phase, so corrective shocks may not be needed. Extreme physical capabilities, no modesty apparent. Ability to control liquids, high endurance, limited flight, ideal enforcer. Constantly wet, gains super strength and endurance.
Isn't covered with water, not
The
the other
yeah.
thing. Calm down.
Well hydrated.
There we go.
Weak to intense dryness. Far too buff for her age. Has unusual social cues. Long hair hides pointed ears. Is Atlantean. Used to hide this fact. Has engaged in relationship with other students. Monitor this. Her presence is starting to cause diplomatic friction with Stratos, but so far nothing major has resulted from this. Prepare to return her in exchange for advantage. Special containment protocol: a 3x3 square room sealed, fitted with heated panels and a dehumidifier. Summary: not a mutant. Useful lever for EMAOE 211.
See that? This mug has a cold glass over there, doesn't use a coaster. This boy got a little cardboard box, put us on a coaster. This guy's taking liberties, mugging us off.
Update.
This one, look, he got his minces going. He's like, where's a little Matt?
I love that you put the little box on the coaster. I really
Got to.
Update 0402-2013. Relationship with EMAOE 211 has progressed, though in strange ways. The clash of cultural norms has caused some tension. So far, no major flare-ups, and classwork is not impacted. Allow to proceed. Power, fidelity, and control has improved by expected levels. However, the Atlantean arrogance may become a problem. Suggest implementing programs to bring her down a peg or two. has been procuring books on metallurgy and metal crafting from the student library, a break in behaviour. Summary: not a mutant, useful lever for EM AoE to 11. Okay. Special reprimand entered for Oceania Harmony. Harmony Oceania has repeatedly engaged in heated arguments with other students and instructors, and refused stubbornly to accept explanations for her failure to understand. A special reprimand is entered for Oceania Harmony. Harmony Oceania has repeatedly and flagrantly ignored the dress code on site, repeated nudity and angry defiance when remonstrated with. 5 demerits should be applied to the next examination result. A special reprimand is entered for Oceania Harmony. The cadet has engaged in flagrant defiances of the restrictions on passage to and from the facility, endangering the secrecy and function of the facility. A 2-week confinement is issued.
A lot of reprimands.
Where have you been sneaking off to, huh?
She was following Tom.
Yeah,
when
but
he-
that's a thing that
yeah.
happened.
Oh.
It is my job to pursue.
No picture with this one. This is an old friend, Cypher. MACONNL3. Name: Cypher. Deceased. No other name.
Play sad flask music. I know I didn't do that anything, and I'm not going to do it this time either because I've got a time crunch because I'm going to Dunedin on Saturday.
Race: just pure mutant, apparently. Age: 24. March 23rd, 1989. Thormiel. Cypher has no mind of its own, instead cobbling one together from those it was around. A victim of Sylar, it is a mindless husk, reanimated when people come to check. Its absorbed likes and dislikes and attributes mental, including knowledge from others, was learned to control it and build a permanent persona from attributes around it. It has also absorbed memories. These traits dissipate after contact is broken for a while. Update. 1st of April 2013. Cypher has not attended classes in some months and is failing. It has not attended physical training either and has missed all counseling sessions. It no longer interacts with other classmates or staff and will not respond when spoken to. Hangs around indolently in the morgue. And several pieces in freezing cold. This is, I fear, typical of its current attitude. Should this behavior continue, I remember expulsion from the program. And that's it. There's no details about the fact that it's dead.
That was very short. You might want to just do the next one.
Okay.
Back to left.
You don't have me.
Wow, Ken, you didn't divide them up very evenly. You've got way more than 2 left by the looks of it. Or is it?
No, 3.
I got
3. Oh, okay, fair enough.
One. That's only. Yeah.
Alright. That's what's out there.
We have Wanda.
And Wanda.
And both the photos. Photos of both of her forms. DBSA-MA4. Dual body statistics augment mental attunement. Name: Zarkov Wanda. Name: Sororitas Adapter. Race: mutant / African American / Caucasian. Age: 16, December 22nd, 1997. Euclid. DBSA-MA4 is a rare dual physicalities mutant. Childhood friend of DBSA-MA3, developed power because of close relationship with childhood friend and neighbor. Applied to DMV for placement on DBSA-MA3's decision to do so. Mutation is a spawn of the Weeks family trait, and may have replaced its initial mutation. This relationship is to be encouraged as deep emotional connections are rumored to strengthen the altered form. Initially presenting as an overweight, weak black female, becomes an armored white female of hostile temperament. Based form possesses a fear that common racial stereotypes may be true and resists them. Feels guilty it did not experience slavery. No, God. Yet is angry about it as though it did. It's historically misinformed about the issue.
This is actually a fairly common psychological condition amongst young black people, that they feel guilty that they didn't experience previous oppressions but still exploit previous oppression. I wonder why you feel guilty that you didn't go through it if you're constantly preying upon it.
is historically misinformed but honest. Has expressed doubt that it is really being kept down like many other blacks say, despite all its opportunities. For over a year it has lived with the supervillain Dadstro, who was by all accounts a better father to it than its real father, a petty tax dodger and career larcenist. Engages in a hobby known as Warhammer 40k. Recently gave away the small painted figures, fearing they were bought with dirty money. Uses earnings to buy more. Useful lever. Is able to use computers to a greater degree than any of the male students, bar one possibly. Special containment protocol. Room laced with an electric grid. Summary. The altered form must be brought under control. More useful for computer skills. Update, 3rd of April 2013. Despite integrating into the teams, Will remains in perpetual fear of being expelled from the program. Needs confidence building exercises. Classwork excellent, easily the best computer nerd we have in the program. Physical results lag behind other students over similar time frame. Is able to use its other form more often. Is striving to integrate personas as it prefers the physicality of the other form greatly over its regular form. Secretly wonders if it is a race traitor. Special containment protocols revision. Room laced with an electric grid. Redundant mechanical lock in addition to electronic one. The altered form must be brought under control. More useful for computer skills. Nerd! He wonders the bigger nerd.
Well, she's certainly fatter.
PBTF 252, physical-based transform. Name, Peterson, Anthony, Slab. Race, mutant Caucasian. Age 17, June 17th, 1996. Colloquially referred to as a nerd, PBTF 252 displayed its mutancy early and entered training as a means to gain government services, which it considered to be cool. Excess training overdeveloped its powers, and now they are much less useful, limited to a single facet of its former power. It becomes a granite golem, spawns the rock from nowhere. Rock body is far harder than normal granite and lighter on need. It has been isolated from others its age, which has led to a social awkwardness which must be trained away to some degree. Has been observed spying on females in the changing rooms and showers, a normal desire of its age. This will be left uncorrected until the students catch on. Its real utility lies in its computer-savvy nature, so retention is desired, even if physical and social skills are not developed. Early signs of homosexuality have been successfully countered with strategically placed heterosexual pornography.
Just finding it around.
Hey, what's this?
Tits.
It's where Solid Snake has been dropping off.
Special containment.
Solid Snake is here.
Special containment protocol. None required. A sufficiently thick room will contain it. Summary. PBTF 252 is making friends with the student body and has set aside some of its more antisocial forms of youthful perversion. Updates. 4th of the 2nd, 2013. Powers have not recovered and likely will not. Classwork, however, has shown the most improvement of all. Additional time will be needed on the shooting range. Has decreased perverted, however natural for young males, spying on female staff and students. May almost be ready for public service. Major...
Because he supplies them so well.
Major weakness...
Think about it.
I know.
Skill.
It's a skill. Putting him in Soviet beds next.
What?
Hi. Could you take up your top and jump around a little for me?
Okay. Wait a minute! You're not the regular vent guy! That's amazing, because I'm still trapped with King Kamehameha. How the fuck do you even get here? Where even are we?
He's just that good at his job.
Major weakness in social training. Additional focus required there. Still oblivious to the most things going on with others. Does not know how to react to others' emotional states. Feels awkward and tries to leave. Perhaps removal of the nerd hobbies it is engaged in will help. Observed preference for EM AOE 1886. Further observation required. Summary. PBTF252 is making friends with the student body and has set aside some of its more antisocial forms of youthful perversion. No further record.